before. Red and a whole lot of other people have been asking me some awesome questions about Overdress and my 2 cents about it. So TLDR, up till now, my response was to the following questions of what are my thoughts on Overdress so far. I like it. I'm not too much of a fan of the over trigger. I kind of feel it's kind of yikes. I do not like the reduction of the shield value, but I do love the fact that we are getting nations as clans now, and it's going to be a really cool new experience of getting new design aspects, and that's the biggest selling point for me. And the fact that premium format might become its own format that's being supported by Bushiroad, so that's also really good and happy. You know, that makes a happy JJ, more or less, more than anything. So we're going to read through some more of the questions, and we'll be talking a bit more about it. Another question was asked, do you think that side decks would be good for Vanguard? Yes. I would think maybe somewhere between like 8 or 16 cards for a side deck would be nice. But withstanding if we get best of 3. With how fast-paced the game is going, somebody was asking, with how fast the pace the game is going, would best of 3s be introduced? I would think so. And that was by DS Red. And their opinion was 12 card side deck in their opinion. Yeah, I would like that. Let's see. Zephyr asks, JJ, do you think the game may power creep for D standard too quickly with all the power and rush styles being thrown around? With the rush styles that are being thrown around, it does feel like so. But my hope is that we get a defensive mechanic that can probably protect yourself from all that. Because we are losing Quick Shield. And Quick Shield was a very big thing. Very, very big thing for the most part. From all changes in Overdress, what gives you... which one is your favorite? Do you think shield reduction overall so far? Look at faster paced game may cause... Oh, yeah, that was the question that was asked. Do you think the shield reduction overall so far look of a faster paced game may pivot to official best of 3 tournaments? I would hope so. But if it doesn't, it is what it is. You know, I'm accustomed to best of 1s with official Bushi events, but I think there was like one event in Cologne that had best of 3s, and I think it was like one of the best experiences I've ever had because it felt fair. And I think it was like during G era at the time too as well. I think everybody left home really late though. I think we ended the event at like 12 o'clock or so. But, you know, that happens when almost 300 people appear at the events. That's okay. What do you think Ling Joko will look like in Overdress? It was always controversial. Do you think it'll change a lot? It's Brandgate now, but if we get Star Vaders again, because Star Vaders can still be like its own subclass in Brandgate, because everything can have like its own, like still its own sub-identity. Like you can still have like Revengers and stuff. Even 3,000 years later, those clans can still have their own individualistic ideals, even though they do share a nation. Like how we have police officers and who knows. Star Vaders could still be something in Overdress. But we might not have... It depends if we get like extra mechanics. JJ 3000 year time skip. No log though. I don't know. It could be called arresting or something. You know what I mean? A lot of stuff can happen. Let's see. Daniel, everybody has discussed with who is the best girl, but who is best boy and why is it Toya? Is the bald guy, right? Is the bald guy. Is it the bald guy? It has to be the bald guy. Locke has come back to haunt everybody again? In prison, true. We do see a Ling Joker looking unit in the trailer. That's correct. That's right. But we don't know so far. Oh, Toya's the Keter player. He kind of gives me a Miwa vibe. Why is it Tomari? Tomari though. Tomari? She speaks English. And I love it. Do we have a price for the first booster box set yet? We don't know. It really depends on like pre-sales. It really depends on pre-orders and pre-sales. So we don't know yet. I think it'll probably be like the regular rate for a booster box though. What? What do you mean? Tomari's like what? 19 I thought? If she's like underage then whoops. I swear. I thought no. I thought she's older. Isn't she older? I thought she was like 19. How old is she? Then I'ma stop. She's a oh. Okay, I'ma stop. Whoops. Yo, okay. I'ma look respectfully then. At my store, the booster is regular price, but starter deck is $5. Yeah, because it's for the entry level. She's 17. Yeah, that's a whoops. No, then that's a hard no. That's a no. But because they want to, because of the reboot, they want to make it accessible for veteran players who has been playing V, or for a whole lot of players who just started playing V, even if it's been like what 3 or 4 years, and they're immediately switching over to V. That's a hospital truck. Okay, somebody's taking a ambulance. I keep telling people to stop, but you're not going to honey jail. I'm sorry, dude. I'm sorry. I never saw it coming. No, I never saw it coming. Sag. Sag. No, but honest to God, though, Zephyr, we were talking about the pretty hype for Keter after the reveals, but also wondering, where's my defense? I don't think that exists in Keter. $5 selling point is literally genius. I have so many friends who are willing to try it out. At the point compared to when we got them to buy it like $15 to $20 starters before. Yeah, because like marketing tricks your mind in thinking that it's gonna be cheaper. Where in actuality, yes, you know, it is a bit cheaper. It's like $10 cheaper, but like the perspective of price and interest is different per person of like how much you make. Of course, a student, it's $5, dude. It's a sandwich. It's a sub. You know, it's a gifted sub to like any Twitch streamer. You know what I mean? It's like, it's brilliant. Because the value, what you look at it as, is just $5. You know? I don't need a Capsulon today. I don't need, you know, a sandwich. I don't need something from Subway today. I can buy a structure deck. Play with my friends. Easy. Okay, question. Do you think the Order Zone would house a Feel Like a card? Or a card that can boost the shield and attack for each card in Order Zone? In the UK, £1 billion. No, I think in the UK it's going to be probably like £7 or so. I don't think it's going to be like imaginably expensive. Because sometimes be like, bro, give us some money. It's a way easier to sell someone a $5 product than a $20 product when they're not sure if they'll like it. Exactly. Because there's no loss on investment, right? It's basically become sunk cost. And it's just $5 from complete deck. It's not like before where we need like one copy from each. Basically, yeah, exactly, right? Yeah, then we would need more, one copy from each. Now it's just basically bling. It's like right now, if you buy 4 structure decks, it's basically because you want to bling out your deck. Or there's like a particular card that's only like 1 to 2 copies in there, and then you buy 2 max, and it's like $10. It's like, what else? You know what I mean? Did you give Echo his playmat? I did. He has it. I sent it up to Echo. I've gotten 3 people into it just based off the price point alone. Yeah, exactly. It's so insane. It makes anybody just want to try it. Yeah, he sent a picture to me. So, okay, actually, talking about playmats, right? So I host remote fight events, premium and standard, like every couple of weeks or so, every few weeks. And when I host these events, there's oftentimes tournament prizes that I tend to give out, and I ship it to you wherever you are in the world. It doesn't matter. And I think recently, like a couple months ago, there was Echo CJB, who's also a content creator and a streamer, and he... Wait, where is it? Where is it? Oh yeah, it's on his Twitter, actually. I need to go over to his Twitter. And let's go over to his Twitter. I think he gave me like a shout out for it. There we go. So I shipped this up to him because I think he won it like at a prize. Cause we did like a random giveaway and he was the one that got it. So we tend to do like random giveaways on stream. We kind of tend to like chill out. We vibe a lot. We talk about like stuff about anything really. we were actually watching a video talking about being bad at something. I'll post that down in the description as well, talking about it too as well. I think it's a really good thought piece about learning how to evolve from your losses that you take sometimes. And I like it. I like it a lot. I might also upload that to YouTube at some given point in time. We could probably talk about it to an extent. Yeah, I'm planning to foil the Dragon Empire starter deck cards for the festival collection. Nice. We got no sponsors though, Sag? Yeah, we don't, but that's okay. Do you think Overdress will kill Standard? I feel like 3 formats may be too much for Bushi to juggle. It depends on representation. If more people like Overdress than Standard, you'll have more Standard players, more non-Vimium players. V-Premium. Vimium. But it really depends. I think you have a niche for everything though. We're gonna have a huge, we have had a huge influx of premium players, of people who stopped maybe before Legion era, stopped maybe at Link Joker era, somewhere in G era, when Chaos Breaker was starting to become prevalent, but never really did much after. And Gear Chronicle was kind of running rampage. A lot of people stopped playing because of it, I guess. But now people are giving Premium a chance because there's a whole lot of decks that are very explosive and very strong, and you can play some of their favorite decks with their friends. And you also have V era, which allows you to kind of play like very fun, explosive decks. You know, ones that don't really mesh well with Strides. And then you have Overdress, which is of course the current standard. It might be doable. It'll be a lot of work, but it could be doable. That's my answer to that. that could be my answer to that. But if you want to give Standard a try, go ahead and keep on playing Standard, or give Standard a try if you're a newer player. Try to play all aspects of the card game and not just one format alone, because it'll narrow your mindset to a whole lot of things and experience it for yourself. I recommend it, because I do love a whole lot of things about V Standard. I like Revengers that I played during that time. It was a whole lot of fun, but I really am excited to see what Overdress is going to bring. And I of course have my premium decks now that I've had for a while, and I love playing premium. But I don't think it will kill. I don't think it'll kill a format. It really depends on representation. I think it's a little too early to judge how it'll do. It's a little bit too early, but I'm positive about it. I feel like I should get some Blaster Blade playmat because of the whole Sword of Courage Vanguard. Oh yeah, maybe that might work. Yeah, I've seen a lot of people who quit pre-G-Era coming in for the hype of Overdress. Yeah, exactly. A lot of people either A, never gave G-Era a chance, or people who did give G-Era a chance just didn't have the finances to get into G-Era. But trust me, if you want to play any of it in G, or play any premium, I highly recommend it, because a lot of the cards right now are really cheap, depending on what you're looking for. Really cheap to get into. Let's see, despite having all cards for Kagura and Naruto still, it's okay. The only way V Standard is getting me back is Blazing Flare Dragon and Clan Selection, maybe. When it starts, probably yes, and then very possible then starts to become more complex, maybe. I think that's they're going for simplified game state, but strategic value. Yeah, I think so too. Let's see, Zephyr Knight says fair, cheap or don't exist. Like... Or bought off the market because they know that more players want to play premium. More players want to play premium, so you're gonna have, you know, grifters and people who are trying to make a quick buck and second-hand market people. So you need to try to see if you can like have your friends set up some cards for you or buy some cards for you, and like, you know, I have a guy, you know, kind of friends, and then you should be able to manage. The amount of text I have to run because Pale Moon cards aren't out there. Or heavily marked up, very. Yep, Purple Trapezist, Paraton, what else, bro? A lot of stuff are just bought out. A lot of it's just bought out. How is yours population these days? I couldn't deal with it anymore, man. I just had to drop it altogether. Why did you drop it, Red? I think Zero is in a pretty healthy place. Of course, there's a lot less players than it started out with. I'd say it's just too different to the Vanguard experience that I enjoy, and that's okay. And that's okay. I enjoy Zero for quick and how entertaining it is. And I like all things of Vanguard, so I guess I'm probably a fanatic. I don't like not being able to guard and rely on drawing your PGs or you die. Them's the breaks. Them's the breaks, yeah. Them's the breaks. Sometimes it is like that, yeah. But you do have ways of being able to play towards it, though. Oh, a Skull Witch domain. Yeah, I do love that Skull Witch domain. Got a reprint. Let's see. Let's take a look at the price here. We're still recording, by the way. What else? Okay. We're just gonna take a quick gander at the price here. Cause TCG player is wild. Y'all are wild over there, bro. Oh, I'm so happy about this. Holy moly. Look at that. Look at that, dude. $3 a piece. I remember this used to be $20 a piece, bro. I mean, it's like $18 shipping, but I live in Europe, and this is in the US, so I'm not seeing this anytime soon. But I already have my playset, so I'm good. But see, look at this. You're gonna need this in premium. You're gonna need this in V standard. You're good to go if you want to play Shadows. It's a good entry level card. Some other cards and stuff as well you probably might need. Yeah, $3, bro. $3. It's good. It's a good time to be a Vanguard player, man. There's like a lot of cards that are currently just gonna be like hella cheap, just because like we're waiting for Overdress. A whole lot of people are just not spending anything, so a lot of the cards are just gonna drop in price. Let's see. I even feel like $5 is somewhat fair, so 3 is very happy. Yep. Off topic, have you ever peeked into the new Digimon TCG? Red. Actually, we had Ride My Avatar teach me a little bit about Digimon, and I do have a friend of mine that plays it pretty nonstop. I have not really contacted him about like the meta, really. I have a friend called Joshua's Boosters, and I also have Kyle, Ride My Avatar, who are content creators, and they also make content about it. And I also got an introduction lesson from Kyle, Ride My Avatar. It's on my YouTube channel, !YT. Or just, I don't know, go to my YouTube channel. Bro, I'm just Shadows because of that card. Lol. Well, pick it up again, Mitros. Easy money. It's a really good card. I recommend picking up a playset of it because in premium you also run it too. So I recommend, if you still have Shadows, pick it up. Pick it up, really do. I think Digimon's pretty cool as a card game. I like Digimon. I might need to take some time to get into it. I think one of my favorite colors right now is yellow. I like yellow a lot. It's not the strongest, but I like Angemon, so don't know what to tell you. I was never really like an Agamon fanatic. I think I only liked War Greymon because he kind of had the Angemon flow because of the metal and the wings and stuff, so I kind of like the aesthetic a little bit. But outside of that, I don't really like main characters that much, or main character Mon. Like Angemon was sort of a main character, but like a side character more than a main character. The resource system is unique. Yes, it is. It's very different of being able to like choose which turns you just want to play your power cards, and like how impactful your power cards are going to be that turn in comparison to what your opponent can do their following turn. It's sort of like Pokemon, but not. It's going to be very comparable to a whole lot of those kind of like semi-static games, but it's also free moving. Let's see, I learned the rules today, but the stock on the product is really bad. Yeah, because we're in a pandemic currently, and we have shortage on product. So it's going to be a lot of demand and very low supply. So that's the unfortunate part. Yep, anywhere at all. Everything is a barren wasteland. It's either the secondhand market is holding a whole lot of the product hostage, or people bought it in cases and they're not selling anytime soon because you're not allowed to. because the game isn't really officially out yet for us. Yeah. If Digimon had an official app game, I'd drop it for Vanguard instantly. I mean, I'm not saying I would do it, but I would hope. Like, I think if YuGiOh gets the official app game, or like its official card game, because Duel Links doesn't count, it's basically Vanguard Zero, but for YuGiOh, I'd probably be playing a lot more YuGiOh than I would play Vanguard Zero. On God. Because I moved up here to Europe playing a whole bunch of YuGiOh. And played Vanguard, but I love Vanguard more than YuGiOh. But, I mean, I want to play an official card game. I want to get good at something, so why not, get good at an official TCG? Purple best deck? I mean, I think it's the best color right now, yeah. In the first couple of sets, purple is the best color. You can build Luard for less than 200. Premium and standard Luard you can best build for less than 200. Links and too many hand traps kill YuGiOh for you. It's still good. Pandemic being the reason is a joke. Bandai just short printed everything. I don't think so. It's by supply and demand. It's supply and demand, Adrius. That's not how that works. It was explained to us like multiple times already. It's not that Bandai short printed everything. It's the fact that it depends on pre-order sales. It depends on pre-order sales. If you have people, the things with traditional JP companies, they don't really like print out more than what the pre-orders are needed. Or like in comparison to something like Magic, or a thing like Magic or YuGiOh for that matter, they just print. I think like YuGiOh also falls onto that with JP as well. Sometimes they might actually end up being too short a product, but oftentimes they print more quantities to balance that out, and Magic just prints a lot. So they can balance out whatever they need. They were testing demand first? Probably Zephyr, maybe. They were probably either testing demand or figuring out. Yeah, but that's probably it too, yeah. You have no trust in Bandai at all? I understand. Gundam is a thing. The Gundam TCG is a thing, and I understand that a whole lot of games that Bandai has made has flopped, but I feel that this one might be the one. You gotta have a little faith. Come on. Sir, it's getting late there? No, it's not late. It's like what, 6? No, it's 7 p.m. I'm still in time for streaming. Grace said, isn't there a YuGiOh Master? What? Isn't there? God, wait. I need to scroll up to see it. Is there a YuGiOh Master Duel game coming out? From what I heard, yes, Gray. They are going to be making one, but I'm not sure yet. I'm not sure when's the release date. I'm just kind of chilling and waiting. Because I kind of want to go in with fresh eyes. And I don't want to get muddled by how the meta looks right now. And from what I understood, a whole lot of people told me is that the meta is actually pretty cool right now. That you can kind of play everything in Yu-Gi-Oh! Like fusions are fine. The master rule is fixed. The only thing that you have is stuff like Mystic Mind, VFD, and like some of the hand traps are still pretty bananas, but it's okay. The product issue would hurt the player base? Yeah, exactly what happened with Dragon Ball Super. Exactly what happened with Dragon Ball Super. Because Dragon Ball Super had some of the similar issues where it came out and everybody bought it like hotcakes, and then it was too short in demand, and other card games were like, oh, you slouching, bro? You slouching? Let me hit you with more product and more product. And so other card games just brought out way more product than I think same thing happened with Final Fantasy as well. Final Fantasy, the card game, same thing happened to that too as well. It just lost a lot of momentum because of release dates, the card balancing, just a whole lot of stuff. Like, it's still being played competitively. There's a lot of like player base for it, but it's not been attacking the mainstream as it used to be anymore. And that's the big thing with card games these days. It's like, if you build a whole bunch of hype behind it, and the marketing for the Digimon TCG was aggressive. Aggressive, bro. They had already their website up. They already had a demo program to teach you how to play the game up already. They had their rule book up. They had their first set of Card support revealed already for you what you can expect in a TCG, so you could start proxying and stuff like that already. Everything was already up and ready to go before it even came to the Western side. So it was like, Jesus Christ. And I think like everything was released. I hope they prepared. Hey, Los Brenos. Hi. People are itching to go aside to the locals. JJ, check what happened with Battle Spirits in the West. Yep. Battle Spirits in the West, the Gundam TCG, and there's just a whole lot of stuff that makes it very apprehensive. So I'm not saying, you know, not to be careful about trying to invest into Bandai or into any of their products. I'm just saying, dip your toes a little bit, see if it's safe enough, play the game a little bit, see if you like it. If you don't like it, then don't. Find a deck that you like, don't overcommit. Find a deck that you like, or find a color that you like, and just play that. Because I like yellow, so I'll just play yellow. I'll just play anything with Angemon in it. And I think that's going to be it. It might be like the worst deck in existence, but I'll just still play it. Just to have a deck to play with friends and stuff. That's as far as I'm going to go, I feel, with Digimon. But I'm not in any rush at all to pick up Digimon cards. I'm gonna kind of just wait until like it comes out on open market and everybody can get it, and I'll pick up what I need. And I suggest, if you guys are also like taking a step back and looking at them too, I suggest you guys do that too as well. Nice. Jack. Oh boy. Let's see, I hope they're prepared to, once the US finish vaccinating around May, June, demand for the product is gonna spike due to, like, yo, bro, there's gonna be so much card shops. Like, maybe not a lot of card shops gonna be open anymore, but the ones that are gonna be open are gonna be packed to the brim. I think you'll have so much people in them, they might have actual overcapacity. Possibly. I mean, like, if you got a job in the pandemic, you probably want to start, you know, you want to probably just keep your job. But a lot of people are just gonna have a lot more money lying around. It's gonna be insane. It's gonna be actually insane. I'm not gonna try to order sets anymore. See, just waiting for my starters to come and then make something budget. Yeah, basically. No one here has the cards, so no point wasting money on making any meta deck. Well, exactly, just don't make any meta deck. Cause the card game is still not really officially released yet. Are you gonna run a release remote tourney for Overdress? Yes. Structure deck tournament. Yes, I will be running a structure deck released Overdress tournament. Just structure deck. We're not gonna be adding in the first set cards yet until we have like a few weeks that everybody more or less have their cards set up. So maybe like, you know, 2 or 3 weeks later, we'll probably host another one with like just pure Overdress and see how it feels, and then maybe some premium and maybe some standard. I do also want to like have the rotating formats too. Like every 2 or 3 weeks, I want to have a tournament for each. Pog, I'll join. Nice. I'm saving money for moving out and computer, so yeah, we'll go ahead. You're making the money for it. And also PS5, you go ahead. You go wild. I rush you with Bastion. Guarding, I don't do that here. Well, yeah. Alright. Let's see. I think that'll be, well, I mean, I'll still keep on streaming, of course. But for you people at home, thank you for watching this YouTube video. If you like any of the subjects or stuff that we talked about here, it's like sort of like more or less a tangent video. I'll see if I can kind of like chop out some of the some of the ahs, some of like the weird spaces in between, and see if we can make it tighter. But we will hopefully see you guys whenever we go live again. Be awesome, stay awesome, have a great and awesome day. Until next time. Adios. And let me sing forevermore. You are all I long for, all I worship and adore. In other words, please be true. In other words, I love you. In other words,